for the errors and check for the errors and disconnects in ways that probably don't need a review board. I mean, years ago, I was doing a model and the configuration control board wanted us to model everything out with red lines and let them approve it. And I had found a new way to refactor the model. I had given my 2 weeks notice to switch jobs. And I'm like, you know what? You got two choices. You can either you can pull a change request that says Mike's allowed to do whatever he has to do to fix the model, and when he checks it in, whatever he did was exactly right, or I can leave you guys in the mess you're in. And so they did that, and I was able to refactor the model very rapidly and get it done. And again, if you do it competently, supported by good modeling practices, built-in error checking, validation rules, you can make changes and work without the safety net of having to run it by 400 graybeards in a configuration control board meeting. I'm not saying there aren't a time and a place for that. Please don't get me wrong. But just consider how many processes were put in place as error checks for things that we can do at much higher tempo automatically with competent modelers engaged. So just keep that in mind. So, and I see a question came in from the chat. I'll take that now, unless you guys want to give me another verbal. So Bill Scheibel said, would you suggest that it's a corporate culture change? It isn't being advertised as such. Well, yes and no, right? I mean, again, obviously to be successful, you need a significant investment in the tool chain, the technology to make it work, right? So you're not going to have a digital transformation for free. But I would argue it may or may not impact the corporate culture. Is your corporate culture to be inefficient? Is it to be mired in paperwork? Is it to be doing non-value added tasks? I would argue not so much. I mean, it is definitely a change in mindset, perhaps. It's going to be a change definitely in process, hopefully. But I would hope it doesn't impact the culture too much. I would like to think that organizations that have a culture of excellence and rigor and success are not going to have to make huge culture changes to make the digital transformation. So that's just my 2 cents on that.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, what about replacing the zombies with AI? Oh my goodness, we're gonna drill a gusher here. So let me share something with you guys. So not to break my arm, pat myself on the back, but I'm being recognized next week with the Engineering Society of Detroit's highest honor. So INCOSE, Michigan put me in. I'm being recognized for a career. I can think back to the meeting I went to in 1999 where Simon Tung was being recognized with this award, and I never dreamed 27 years later I'd be the guy. So I'm deeply humbled to be receiving it. But when INCOSE, Michigan was putting the nomination package together, I wanted to look at my CV and get it up to date to help them out. So and things, and you guys don't know how this goes with a resume. Stuff falls off, dates may be inconsistent, whatever. So I fed every resume I could find for the past 35 years into Claude.ai and had Claude try to make a complete CV. And it would get better and better and better. And I was putting more and more quality checks in, and that would fall right off a cliff. And it invented papers I never wrote, co-authors I never had, positions I never had. And I love me as much as the next guy, but I don't have a PhD. All of a sudden I was Dr. Vinarcik. I mean, it was insane the amount of hallucination that was going on, especially when I told it to stick to just the documents I uploaded. Now, I got through it. It was an exercise as much for me to learn how to use Claude.ai as anything else. And I did it section by section, double checked it, and I eventually got to a nice CV that is now the master record, and I'll be fine. But I would argue if AI can bung that up, where it's got a very bounded data set, please compile this and find the disconnects and whatever. There's no way in hell I would trust it for anything serious. Now, I will say this. Certain things it excels at. I mean, if you're trying to ingest like a legacy TDP or certain things, I mean, and it's getting better. I mean, and I'll let you know a little dirty secret. INCOSE, Michigan President Mike uses Claude.ai enormously to run the chapter because Claude never lets me down in general for certain small tasks. Claude, please condense PMI Great Lakes' conference notes or invitation into something short for the newsletter that systems engineers will care about. So low threat, low penalty of failure, and it shrinks that down. I quick look it over. Does it look good? Boom, I can ship it. So I'm cranking out newsletters very quickly solo because you all know what it's like with volunteers. Susie, please write me an article on this for the newsletter. Next month, oh, I didn't get to it. Bob, please do that. Oh, sorry. I mean, it putting on a newsletter is one of the worst tasks for a chapter. And Claude never says no. So I can get a great newsletter out in an hour. So again, depending on the task, I think they're constantly improving. I still think we're going to need humans in the loop a lot. And Barclay Brown, before he passed, he and I had this discussion. He's like, humans make mistakes too. Yes, but I can also mercilessly beat the human to de-incentivize. Oh, I'm kidding. But the point is, humans can be incentivized to check their work and everything. So I think we're going to see a future with AI productivity enhancements, thoughtful human in the loop checks, and also some deterministic checks. I'll be honest, I would never ask Claude.ai what 2 plus 2 is, right? If we can do it deterministically, let's use the calculator, right? If I can write automated validation rules to test something, I don't want the AI to do that. It's deterministic. So again, I think we're going to see a compilation of multiple different types of tools, human in the loop, AI assist, automated validation, deterministic aids, simulation, all working together to get the job done. But I think we're one heck of a long way away from AI because, and actually Ryan Holiday, the guy behind Daily Stoic, had a great example. He was looking for a quote and AI came up with the wrong answer 4 times. And he's like, if I didn't know all those were wrong, I'd have been fooled. So my biggest fear is that I'm the last generation of experts that shoveled enough coal on their own that they can use AI without becoming a drone. And I give my son, who's the secretary for INCOSE Michigan, a lot of credit. He writes his piece for the newsletter himself because he wants to practice. And I still write my chairman's message myself, but I don't need practice condensing PMI stuff into a little article. So long rambling answer to AI, but I think that's where we're at. Oh no, Claude works great on text. I don't use it for AI. I don't do the Claude Code is designed for software. Claude.ai is more general purpose. And actually, Claude is awesome because HOA treasurer Mike doesn't want to have to deal with non-awesome homeowners. So when they pay late or complain, we feed things into Claude, and he puts a nice measured response back that I can review and then ship. He takes out any temptation I would have. Because, and again, all kidding aside, when I respond on behalf of the HOA, I make sure it'll stand up in court and not embarrass us. But still, Claude helps reduce the burden there. And as a matter of fact, we even had an issue. Somebody reached out to us wanted to put solar panels on, and I didn't realize that Michigan had passed a law about solar panel accessibility. I had Claude analyze our bylaws and the law. It turns out we banned clotheslines in the sub, which we can't do because those are considered an energy-saving device. And God help us if we keep people from hanging their clothes out where birds can poop all over them or whatever. But the point is, it found some disconnects, and I had Claude write our solar panel policy to be compliant. The board reviewed it. We approved it. So Claude absolutely has its usage. But again, competent, thoughtful human in the loop, I think, will be around for a long time. So next question. And I always joke about this. I'm a man of few opinions, and I'm hesitant to share them. So there you go. But remember, advice is worth what you paid for it.
Hey Mike, this is Sean.
Yeah,
Thanks again for your time from all the way from Michigan. Congratulations to the recognition and award, and thanks for sharing your chapter secret. And um, I know that you also teach. Could you share the the school that you're teaching at, and is that school also being interested in SEP equivalency that we shared earlier in the earlier slide? And also the last question is, you are also part of the INCOSE Foundation, so if you have like 30 seconds on for us to better know about what INCOSE Foundation does outside of, mothership INCOSE that we currently engage with.
sure. Absolutely. Thanks for those questions. So yes, as you can tell, there's many Mikes. And so Professor Mike teaches at the University of Detroit Mercy, where I teach the modeling class and the advanced modeling class. And I teach at CEDESI in Mexico remotely. I actually had class earlier tonight, and a bunch of my students have joined us. So thank you to them for being part of this discussion as well. Um, UD Mercy was the third class to achieve, or third university to achieve academic equivalence. And so we have been academic equivalent for some time. You have to take 3 classes at our university to achieve academic equivalence: systems architecture, systems engineering, and the SysML modeling class. and you need a 90 in all three of those in order to proceed forward. So that's that. One other plug I'll give you, OMG is about to release the first of the SysML 2.0 exams. So in addition to being ESEP, I'm also an OMG Certified System Modeling Professional, Model Builder Advanced, and they're starting that whole chain up for SysML 2.0. And so I sat for the beta exam. I'm still waiting to hear whether I passed or not. But I encourage anyone who's part of this and wants to, again, 2.0 is going to open up a whole lot of opportunities with, AI assisted writing, exposing things for simulation. I mean, SysML 2.0 is going to add a ton of capability. I encourage anyone who wants to be serious about learning it, study for the exam and sit for it. It's a great forcing function to get you on board with where things are headed. As far as the INCOSE Foundation goes, its purpose is to help spread good systems engineering around the globe. And so there's a variety of universities and projects that we're supporting. We're always open to people submitting a proposal and a request for support. We support the Stevens, there's a graduate award, doctoral award, International Science and Engineering Fair. We give a prize. And this year, for the first time, we are going to, actually, I may as well show you guys. I love the INCOSE Foundation so much that I am going to miss my 40th high school reunion to go to this. I am going to be out in the Utah desert for the University Rover Challenge. And so we are, it's basically 36 teams from around the world are selected and get to compete doing different challenges out in the Utah desert, drive around, navigate waypoints. They have to drive up to a fake lander and, do stuff. They have to, maybe bring something to an astronaut, but there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So the foundation is going to give its first systems engineering award to one of the teams that is participating in the University Rover Challenge. So that's what the foundation does. So obviously we're always welcome to receive gifts, to receive proposals, grant applications. Again, we exist to help support efforts to spread good systems engineering around the globe.
That's a lot. You're doing a lot. You're a very busy guy.
You'd have to go a
But
long way to find somebody who's having more fun than I am, though.
oh my gosh. Thanks again. I mean, thanks for sharing all the information today. So I think we have some time left. So I think Paul, are you back?
I am. Can you hear me?
I think you have a. Can you say something again?
Uh,
Paul, can you say something again?
let me try to. Can you hear me?
I think we have
I
audio.
hope my mic's working. Oh man.
Okay, I think that's better.
All
Okay, let me share the slides again. Give me 1 second.
I put the link for our validation tool in the
Am I
chat
still there?
for
Can
anyone
you
who's
hear me?
interested.
Shoot.
Thanks, Mike. And thanks again for your students joining our chapter meeting
All
this
right.
evening. So
Well,
thanks again for
okay.
their time too. Paul, let us know when you see the screen.
It's live, Sean.
Okay, Paul, do you have audio issue?
7. Puff Tapper.
Oh. Paul, do you have an audio problem? Okay, maybe we'll come back if we can fix that. So I think we have a couple little more slides. So
Sure.
let me just do that and come back.
Well, Sean, thanks again
So
for the opportunity to present, and I hope everyone has a great day. And
Yeah.
I just am always glad to
yeah,
help.
thanks again,
Feel
Mike.
free to reach
Yeah.
out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was really great.
Really good. Oh, are those slides available that you briefed, or are they
Man.
hard to?
Yeah, no, they're
My
available.
mic
Actually,
didn't
I'll
work,
give a link
and I
to my
could have gotten
academia
in
site
if
where
I
they're
didn't
posted.
hang up.
Mike,
Sorry.
sorry,
There it
Mike,
was.
could you repeat? Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Mike, can you repeat
I
that?
was all
Yes.
ready, and then I inadvertently hung up thinking it was my.
Paul inadvertently hung up. He's back. But
Yeah,
Paul,
I
can you
did.
hold for 1 minute? Mike, can you tell us about the slide deck?
Yes, so I will do better than tell. I will show you if you let me take the share just for a second. My academia site has all of my extant work published. So I'll drop the link in, but all of my presentations are available at academia. And so it's all there. So this is one of them in the conference presentations, neutralized patient zeros right there. I've done it a couple times. And almost all the rest of my work is available. So I will put it in the chat and feel free to help yourself.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. Paul, sorry. Thank you so much. We just needed to hear what Mike was going to say.
Hey, Sean, I'm here. This is Paul.
Paul.
So sorry. I've been trying to my
Always cell phone
getting it all
Annie's.
messed up here.
I have
Paul,
a
could you
tornado
mute
warning.
your computer
Yeah,
and just talk on the
Yeah.
phone? Okay.
I think
Yep.
I did.
will do.
Okay, go ahead.
And I believe I am muted on the computer. Does it sound okay now?
Yeah, it's much better.
Better.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I have this plugged into an emergency battery that I use for these type of occasions, and I had to reboot my computer. I had to get on the phone so I could see when you guys need me. I can share my slides. I could try to talk to you. You just won't be able to see me. So
Yeah. Let me stop share again and go ahead and share.
all right, let me go ahead and hit this slide deck there. Now, unfortunately, I'm on one. There we go. Okay, let me hit that, share, and then hit this. Can you see that screen?
Yeah, we
I'm not
see
sure
it.
what
And due to
All
the
right,
time,
guys.
you could spend next 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm going to go as fast as I can here. So basically what I do is usually go through this 3-step scenario. Number one, I wanted to talk about who I am. I've been engineer, just recently retired for over 40 years, and adjunct professor at UMBC for about 20 years now. And I've been teaching graduate level engineering classes, but lately I've been teaching their system engineering principles, which is actually an academic equivalency for the exam. Actually, I need to talk to you about that meeting you're having for the INCOSE equivalency for universities. So, and I'm, of course, an ESEP, as you explained. And I've been teaching this course that we're going to talk about since 2009. I actually started with workbook, the system engineering workbook, handbook, since 3.2, I think it was. But the 3 steps to get certified is you learn the handbook, take the exam, and prepare your application. So all I'm going to talk about is just learning the handbook. It's 344 pages long, 31 processes. And of course, you all know the handbook is the thing that's used for the exam. It's all multiple choice and all. And if you join, this is all online. I've got a complete lecture for the entire handbook. It's 5 modules. They've got videos. They're actually around 25 hours worth of videos. You can watch them at your convenience when it makes sense. But the real key to everything that I teach is from this, this is my own IP that I've developed, is this process flow diagram, which shows all 31 processes interacting with each other. And basically what I do is start from the beginning, go through the acquisition go into the organization, eventually into the technical management process until we get into the system engineering V, which is like, let's design this thing, let's implement it, let's get it deployed after we verify and validate it, and eventually get rid of it and break up with it. So I go through all 31 processes, and this diagram is kind of our guide. I also have quizzes. They're multiple choice, about 1,500 of them. Take them as many times as you want. Even have an exam you can try, but we're trying to get you comfortable with the exam. And I have a study guide you can use as well, and a study notebook, but I do have the study sheets there. And all of that is on the learning management system, Canvas. Everything's there. So that's kind of what I provide for you. Once you take the exam, which of course is all available online, if you go there, they'll explain how to do it. And then prepare your, I think I just died. Did my my thing just die on me? Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me.
He's still walking.
Paul, do you just want me to conclude?
We may have lost them. They're having a severe thunderstorm up in that.
Yeah, so Paul has a technical difficulty due to the weather out there. So just for, go ahead.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, my computer died on me. It looks like my my generator did not work as I hoped it would. So if you use WMA 150, I will take $150 off the normal $800 price, just for you guys until the end of the month. Wish I could show you the rest of the slides. I will send a PDF of my slides to Sean so he can send them out to you guys. And I hope you be able to join my class. So that's all I have. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you, Paul. So just for the chapter members, and this recording will be also available. So just for the chapter members, if anyone's interested in SEP training, this is another option to look into outside of the other announcements that we made earlier in the slides. So we'll be also sharing Paul's information on our website if anybody's interested, and we'll also send out the slide deck once after we receive from Paul. So thanks again, Paul. With that, let me just
No, I really wanted to thank you for giving me the time to just spend a few minutes here. I appreciate it.
Thanks again for making the meeting with all the weather trouble out there. Okay,
We didn't get a tornado, thank God. So we're okay.
Sorry to hear that. So we just have a couple more slides and we'll conclude the meeting. So IS is coming up in June, so depends on your commitment and scheduling. So just to share with that, and that's the link, and you can also Google it from INCOSE website. And we are still sponsoring the system engineering job series petition. So that's the link and that's the QR code. If you could provide us with your support if interested. And our next step is once we reach the milestone, we'll discuss the sharing of the next step of how to, better reach out to our local congressmen and congresswomen. So yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. So until then, yeah, we need to meet the milestone to get there. So yeah, that's the link and the QR code. And lastly, we still have chapter responsibility from our internal documents and all, and we also have the bylaw review committee going. So and we have other events. These are also from our chapter website as to the upcoming events. So if there's anything that you would like to share with us, let us know, and we'll be happy to share and update our events section. Um, and just final reminder on TLI application, if interested, take a look and let our chapter leadership know if anything needed from us as to the endorsement or anything like that. So then lastly, yeah, next monthly meeting will be on April 8th, same place at Virginia Tech campus in Alexandria. You're welcome to join us, and we'll have some refreshments for anyone who wants to sit in and talk to us after. Okay, thank you. Good night.